gracefully come back into the presence. Breathing easy in the rhythm. What you just experienced was quartz crystal singing bowls. The reason quartz crystal singing bowls are so profound is because your crystalline structure also. So it's very simple. It's entrainment and the body, areas that are maybe not in the harmony, it'll go into that space and it'll help align it, just like we use water to align the frequency. Our body is crystalline structure. It's also water, so it goes into the body to help the body tune to the higher frequencies and also to align and to release. The different chakra bowls that we have out here all tune to different chakras. We use 7 major notes and we use 12, up to 12 or 13 chakras that correspond to all the different notes versus the chakras. The C would be the root, the 7 major, the C would be the root, the D would be the sacral, E would be solar plexus, F's heart, G's throat, A's third eye, B's crown, and then we also work with the other sharps and the flats and the higher tones that work. There's 7 above, 7 below, so depending on how you're gauging it. With the quartz, the classic frosted version, a lot of times, a lot of you have seen the classic version. These have been around a little bit longer. They're deeper, bassier tones. They're neutral. We haven't added any kind of, this is just neutral quartz. They're pure, 99% pure quartz. There's no lead or anything added to this, so we make them at very high temperatures. The bowls range from anywhere from 8-inch to 24-inch in size. So you get quite large bowls that are available in this size. The 24-inch would be like Earth Gaia bowls. The 8-inch in the classic would be more for the 7 above. Like I talked, 7 in the body, 7 above, and 7 below. So we kind of use that meter with bowls. For instance, the 24-inch would be in the C, like for instance in the 7 below, because of the deep tone of the bowl, depending on the chakra. So it's almost like adjusting the volume intensity on the chakra sometimes. Like you might have a 12-inch that's a D and an 18-inch is a D, but one is actually going to be more grounded because of the deep tone naturally. These are a little less expensive too, a little larger. They're a little bit, it's a different way we make these, and so the process is a little cheaper versus the specialties that we'll go into the therapeutic way. From the classic, we've also at Crystal Tongues have designed the Alchemy series. And with the Alchemy series, what we've done is because quartz is such a neutral carrier, anything we add to the quartz and amplify it actually changes the whole entire structure. One thing a lot of times people don't understand is the structure is just as important with the quartz. These are not just quartz, but I make them in a perfect structure that represents also universe and harmony. If the bowl is not aligned perfectly, when we go to play it, it'll break. So that's a lot of times. And the specialties we've designed in a lighter weight quartz, so the practitioner can move it around the body. It's easy to travel with. And you get the overtones. A lot of people that do have bowls, a lot of times that have the specialty in alchemy, will have anywhere from 15 to 30 bowls depending on the kind of work they do. And one thing nice about crystal bowls is they're very plug and play. So depending on your modality, you can incorporate it real easily. One thing I like to emphasize with people is to choose to get out of the head. When you work with crystal bowls, it's about full brain alignment. It's the right and left brain hemisphere, and that's what we tune into that helps us plug into our own motherboard. And that's really what we're doing, is just helping align that infinity frequency so we can hold the frequency of the body. A good way to think of it is our bodies as power plants. The more we can clear out the clutter, the more frequency we can hold. And that's really what we're doing with the bowls. And you'll hear us using our voices with it. We highly recommend that because you'll release a little bit more quicker. Also, if you're doing the breathing with it, you'll ground it and transmute it quicker too. A lot of times people have a tendency not to stay grounded. And then the only thing about that, it's like a coffee high, there's the down to it too. So the more we can kind of stay in that rhythm, you're not going to have those highs and lows. But like I said, energetically, the Kundalini is very quick to activate with quartz, and so it's really quick to bring it into the body, not go to it. People naturally, though, just because it activates, they want to go to it. As you practice, it feels better if you start to activate the feet, it does more out the body. And so we'll start talking about rose quartz as the first alchemy. Rose quartz is pretty simple. It's love. Love in the bowl. This particular bowl is a third eye A tone, so it connects with the third eye crown. But it's also in a deeper tone, so it's going to be grounding also. So it's like working the third eye subtly, bringing the heart frequency into the third eye, but grounding the energy with the tone. I'll go ahead and play it. A lot of times people during meditation will just lightly tap these out and play. So it just depends on the person. It can be played on the ring or in the hand. So energetically, a lot of times, when I work with them, I like them in the hand. But it all depends on how the modality and how you're working it, and if you can hold it in the hand. So this would be rose quartz, love. And then we'll move into Egyptian blue. Egyptian blue is a vanadium, it's a mineral. Everything we have here is a combination of different metals or gemstones. It's not just coloring we're using here. It's a combination of metal, gemstones, and minerals that we're adding to the bowl. In this particular one, what we're done is we're taking the mineral vanadium, we've mixed it with the quartz. Also it has the essence of Egypt, because everything in Egypt, all the crystal, where they had crystal bowls in the temples, much smaller version, but we're all Acadian blue also. And with this mineral, you'll also notice like an infinity effect with this one, like of those spirals. Our new series, let's see, we'll go into Tibetan quartz next. Tibetan quartz is, we designed this to, you take an antique metal bowl that is no longer playable, and we melted it down onto the quartz, so you're working with the frequency. Majority is of the Tibetan quartz, the antique metal bowls, it's majority copper. So this is really just a copper bowl, but it is, it has the prayer energies of being blessed, so it's a blessed copper. It's going to activate. A lot of these different alchemies too, I'll talk with you, we talk about yin and yang. That's, remember, we're all male and female bodies. It's just the alignment of those bodies as we do this frequency and remove the warrant androgyny as we work at a higher frequency. And the body will start to